Halloween in Anofa. It's the end of October. The trees are changing, and Sodor's trees are wearing bright coats of bright red, yellow, and orange. Anofa is a small town with a big quarry near Farquhar. Thomas is working at the quarry with his friend Maves the diesel engine. During the day, there's a lot going on. People are coming and going, and Thomas and Mavis keep busy pushing freight cars full of supplies and pushing loads of dirt and stone. It's a lot of hard work, but Thomas likes working with Mavis. But at night, the quarry is a scary place. The workers have all gone home, and it's very quiet and dark. The wind makes funny noises, and the moon makes funny shadows. Each day seems shorter and colder. Thomas is glad Mavis is there. Mavis and Thomas are both excited about Halloween. They like to try to scare each other with stories of ghosts and graveyards. One night, Thomas was telling Mavis about the ghost of Black Lock. Suddenly, there was a loud crash. Both engines were very startled and quite scared. They were looking all around when a raccoon walked out of the trash shed. Thomas peeped loudly. Then it was the raccoon's turn to be startled. Thomas and Mavis laughed. One morning, the quarry was especially busy. Everyone was working harder than usual. Ropes were being hung from the trees around the quarry, and tables were being set up everywhere, and a large pile of wood was being centered in an even larger pile of stones. Just then, Thomas's driver hurried up. "Off we go, Thomas. We're going to Anofa to pick up an important special." "What are we picking up?" Thomas asked. "We have to collect some children for the big Halloween party, and we don't want to be late." Thomas was very excited. He couldn't wait to see all the children in their costumes. On his way into town, Thomas saw a black cat dart across the tracks and disappear into the bushes on the other side. "Thomas, did you know it's bad luck if a black cat crosses your track?" said his driver. "It's not my fault," peeped Thomas. "The cat didn't stop at the crossing signal." But suddenly Thomas seemed to have bad luck. As soon as he pulled into Anofa, Thomas had to stop the crossing so Gordon could pass the express. The train was long and Gordon was going slower than usual. Then Thomas had to stop again because someone had left bags of leaves under the tracks. As the driver cleaned them away, he grumbled. Some older children think Halloween's just an excuse to do naughty, dangerous things. And when he finally reached the station, Thomas had to stop behind a big pile of hay, and he couldn't see any of the children who were in costume. To make matters worse, Thomas saw the black cat again. "Don't cross my path," Thomas beat loudly. "I don't need any more bad luck." But his luck did not improve. Although Thomas could hear lots of laughter and voices, he couldn't see a thing going on around him. "This is terrible," he complained. "I can't see a thing." "No time to chat, Thomas," answered his driver. "We have to get back to the quarry, and fast." On his way back to the quarry, Thomas had to stop at another signal. This time, it was for Bertie, who went sailing by. "Toot toot, slow coach," beeped Bertie. "See you there." Thomas was very frustrated. Finally, Thomas chugged into the quarry. As soon as he stopped, the children started streaming out of his coaches. They were all in their costumes as they rushed past. Thomas was sad. No one stopped to say hello or show off what they were wearing. "Sorry, Thomas," said the driver. "We're a bit late, and the children have to hurry up and get in line for the costume parade, but we're in the perfect spot to see everyone walk by." Sure enough, soon princesses, ghosts and goblins, and pirates, witches and clowns started walking past. Everyone got a round of applause. Just then, a little girl dressed up as a black cat walked by. "Oh no!" cried Thomas. "No more bad luck." But as he was watching the cat go by, he heard a particularly big round of applause and lots of laughter. "What did I miss? What did I miss?" peeped Thomas, but there was no one left to answer. Everyone had moved away. The Halloween party was in full swing. Thomas looked around. There were people in costumes everywhere, bobbing for apples, having their faces painted, drawing pictures. Thomas wished he could bob for apples. He pulled up to Mavis. "Mavis, did you see the last costume? I missed it." Mavis laughed. "I sure did, and here he comes now." Thomas looked over and peeped in surprise. Coming towards him was a little boy dressed up as him. Soon little Thomas was right in front of big Thomas. "My name is Thomas," said little Thomas, "and you're my favorite engine." And he leaned forward and gave Thomas a shiny red apple. Thomas peeped proudly, and then it was time to light the bonfire. Everyone watched a large bonfire. There was singing and laughter, and even Sir Topham Hatt told a scary story. Next year, I'd like to dress up, whispered Thomas. I think you should dress up as Sir Topham Hatt, teased Mavis. They both laughed and laughed.